wabarakatuh. In this opportunity, I would like to explain about English as a lingua franca and introduce myself. My name is Muhila Hasana. I am from 4D class and I am college in University of Singapura Bangsa Karawang. In the next, see this video to the end and have a good time watching. The first is definition of English lingua franca. Definition of English lingua franca is the use of the language as a common means of communication for speakers or different first language. English as lingua franca is also defined functionally by its use in intercultural communication rather than formally by its reference to native speakers' norms. And the second is position of native speakers of English. English as lingua franca is used most often between non-native speakers of English, but this fact doesn't mean that native speakers are excluded from English as lingua franca communication. However, very often they form a minority of the intercultures. And the third is reason to be interested in English as lingua franca, because English as lingua franca is a one-word language due to the fact that it's the common language or mode of communication that enables people to understand one another regardless of their cultural and ethnical background. And the next is implication of English as lingua franca is he doesn't follow the native speakers. The ownership of English is now spread around the world and to users of English as lingua franca. And the next is the differences of English as lingua franca with other files of study. The first is word English and English as lingua franca. Divided is 2 points. Word English is study of variety of English language. It's very related to English language. For example, Singapore English and Indian English. Because why? Because why Singapore English and Indian English? It's about language. And the point 2 is English as lingua franca is not about a variety of English. It's about English used as a contact language or a language of intercultural communication. And the second is English as international language, divided 2 point. One point is a form of international English and a variety of English, and the second is English as lingua franca. It is not a variety of English and certainly not an international variety. And the last point is English for foreign language and English as lingua franca. Between English foreign language or English lingua franca is the term English for foreign language has been seen by some to indicate that English would be of subordinate importance. For example, where English is used as a lingua franca in a multilingual country. And the English lingua franca is it can involve native speakers, but they are not the majority. Cannot expect to adjustment, and the focus is on intercultural communication. And the last is study of English as lingua franca. As a major research area, it's really got going in the late 20 years. English as lingua franca research. Three mothers of English as lingua franca is the first, Jennifer Jenkins with Alicia Gacko and Martin Dewey. And the second is Jagdish Kaur. And the third is Sansani Ehrenreich. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching and maybe useful. Wallahul muwaffiq ila aqwamit thoriq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.